senators, almost all of us were here on January 6th, and we all have our individual experiences, what we felt, what we saw, what we heard. We've seen clips and reports in the media, but I have to tell you, it was not until preparing for this trial that I understood the full scope and learned the information that you're going to see, that I understood the effort to attack our seat of government.
That was House Impeachment Manager Stacey Plaskett before showing senators new video from Capitol security cameras on the day of the January 6th attack. The security camera footage shows how close the rioters, shown with a red dot on the map, were to lawmakers, staffers, and reporters while they were seeking safety during the attack. Now, Democrats face an uphill battle in convicting the former president after only 6 of 50 Republicans voted to continue holding the trial last night. As a reminder, it would take at least 17 GOP senators to join Democrats for a conviction. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson joins me now from Los Angeles. She is a professor at Loyola Law School. Jessica, welcome, and congratulations, by the way. It's good to have you officially on the team, on the CBS News team. First of all, walk us through what you saw from the House managers making their case throughout the day, laying out all the previously released evidence, then putting out the new video from the Capitol.
Well, I think that that's exactly what I saw, which is a very methodical case here. And you basically described 2 buckets, which is exactly what I saw as well. First, you want to situate what happened in terms of a broader context. And I think the House managers did this successfully, by which I mean this didn't happen as a result of one speech. They said, let's look back in time. This was a group of people who were told by the President of the United States for months that the election would be stolen, that we were going to have to fight. And then after the election and the aftermath, they were told again, we have to fight. This election was stolen. There was vast fraud. And then fast forward to finally the culmination of all of that, the speech that happened on January 6th. So I think they really successfully kind of situated this as the ultimate moment that happened as a result of a story that started, frankly, months before. And then what happened later in the day, I think, was really about emotional impact and trying to explain to the senators, who, of course, are also jurors, that this is something where we were very lucky it was not worse. And let me show you exactly what happened on this day. And both of these 2 things, again, putting the impeachment in context, putting the speech in context, and creating the kind of emotional drama of what happened, will allow the senators to say, this is what rises to the level of incitement of violence. This leads to an incitement of an insurrection.
And Jessica, lead impeachment manager Congressman Jamie Raskin attempted to fend off a First Amendment defense being made by the Trump defense team. What did he argue, and do you think that his reasoning was sound?
I do think his reasoning was sound. What Representative Raskin, who himself is a constitutional law professor, was arguing here is that the First Amendment is no defense in this case to incitement of an insurrection. And the defense has really been, look, you can't punish the President of the United States for his words. That's a violation of the freedom of speech. And the response to that was given, I thought, very effectively by Representative Raskin, which is, we don't have an absolute freedom of speech in our country. We don't allow, for instance, hate speech. We don't allow obscenity, and we don't allow for incitement of violence. It is, in fact, a federal crime. Now, the House managers don't have to show that a federal crime was occurred here, but I thought that the defense was very effective in demonstrating that there are carve-outs for the First Amendment, and this is one of them. We do not allow people to say, you know what you should do? You should walk across the street, you should take a gun to that person's head, and you should shoot them. That's not protected under the First Amendment.
Jessica, what do you expect former President Trump's defense team to argue after watching what we saw from impeachment managers?
Well, I think what I'm going to expect them to argue is that you can't draw a straight line between what President Trump said and what happened. So they're going to, while the House managers are trying to make that line as direct as possible, the defense is going to say, look, the president actually said a lot of things. Remember, he used the word peacefully. The president can't be interpreted as telling these people to engage in this type of violent behavior. So they're going to, again, try and pull apart those two things, the speech and the violent insurrection. And of course, as we've talked about, they don't have to make the most compelling case here because the outcome is likely predetermined. I don't think that there are 17 Republican senators to vote for a conviction. So I expect that to be their defense, and I expect it doesn't matter how compelling it is.
All right, CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson. Jessica, always so valuable to have your insight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.